Hey everybody, it's Eri from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and on this very red day when real wealth is made, there's a red, white, and blue day in the United States. And I saw this TikTok on Chip's feed with a man singing the Star-Spangled Banner in what looks like to be a mall with great reverberation in his deep voice, and shoppers stop to join in. Yeah, so nice. I have an update that will give you some insight as to what the company Ripple is talking about. Also, a new marketplace, and it's for those domains that you're squatting on. Yes, it's very fun to look at. And do you want to raise money or maybe invest in a project, but you're not accredited? Let me show you again where to do that and who will be soon listing their company. The big company Sony in Japan is getting into crypto big time. And can the XRP ecosystem double its developer pool? I'm going to show you who is trying. And yes, I have some fluff. But first, do you ever hear people say that, dang right, I'm a speculator, and that's why we're all here, right? But then in the same breath, but I never touched those S coins. Well, let me drop a little fact here. The average return of the top 10 meme coins reached 1,312%. They're the best performance among all sectors. This is why BitMEX is introducing meme coin futures. Yeah, you can laugh, but boy, oh boy, this is definitely meme coin season. And on top of that, we've got an announcement from Jupiter, and they're aiming to streamline the meme coin trading process. They launched an alternative trading platform with a rug check integration. So it's a platform just for memes. If you happen to have one of the unstoppable domains, they've opened up a new marketplace just a couple of days ago. You can post your domain for sale, and it's fun to look through not only what domains people grabbed, but also what the prices are that are being asked. You can see the most popular one that's being watched with 1,500 people watching it for $250,000 is USA.crypto. I own a pretty good one, I think. I have XRPL The Asia Pacific region strikes again with a world's first. And while Ripple had a strong presence in Zurich at the Point Zero Forum, speaking about their unique approach to tokenizing value and regulation, the big breaking news was that the BIS has the world's first multi-country fast payment system, Project Nexus. It's wholly owned by central banks, and it links Singapore, India, Malaysia, Thailand, and the Philippines. Now, I imagine more videos are going to be uploaded soon on the Elevandi YouTube channel. They do have Jeremy Allaire of Circle. His conversation is up, but I can't wait to see some of the panels that Ripple participated in. Ripple was a gold sponsor. Stu Alderati, the chief legal officer at Ripple, was on a panel titled Mastering the Maze, Implementing Global Digital Asset Regulations. Fiona Murray, the managing director of the APAC region for Ripple, was on a panel that was titled Hype versus Reality, Quantum, AI, and Finternet. Lauren Belive, the head of public policy at Ripple, was on a panel that was Permissionless Blockchain in Financial Services. And finally, Marcus Imfanger, the senior vice president of Ripple X, was on a panel that was titled Unlocking the Commercial Adoption of Tokenization, Real World Assets, or RWAs. SeedStarter is the place to go for investing in projects if you're not accredited for as little as $25. And also a fantastic place to list your project if you are trying to raise capital. And I think you'll find it interesting that Expector will be launching on SeedStarter, and through a registered security, offer people an opportunity to actually become a shareholder in Spectre Labs LLC. Sony enters the cryptocurrency exchange market here in Japan by acquiring Amber Japan through a wholly owned subsidiary. And it was just in March when they launched their green security token on their new Web3 NFT app. And yes, they used Securitize. The app, which is Sony Bank Connect, is really going to, I think, give a big boost to adoption. And you can see from the screenshots where they're going with this idea. It's very, very exciting. We're going to jump into a little fluff before we see who is trying to double the size of the developer pool in the XRP ecosystem. And here you're looking at the Bank of Japan with a big celebration yesterday as they released 3 new bills into circulation. This is the 1,000 yen, 5,000 yen, and the 10,000 yen. And that Ichiman on the far right is worth about 160 US dollars. What's special on these bills are the 3D holograms. I think they're the first of its kind, and when you move the bills back and forth, you can see the position on the heads change. It's pretty cool. This is senior software engineer Chris Dangerfield. You can find him on X at XRPL 365. He slipped out of his busy schedule in Paris to deliver this announcement message with his goal. Yes, please support, because it is going to make a big difference for all the XRP holders. All right, everybody, until next time, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
Hey, Eri. Well, I'm here in Paris at XRPL Commons in one of their little privacy booths. We've been having a little bit of a chat, and I've just been talking to you about one of the things I've been working on over the last 9 months, which is essentially an education piece that I've been working on in collaboration with the Commons. It's going to go live this week. So at some point during this week, there'll be an announcement that will come out from various different channels. Essentially, the educational piece I've been working on, I have to kind of go back to when I started developing on the ledger in sort of 16, 17 timeframe. My experience was quite difficult. You know, the resources that existed at the time were pretty poor, and we've had a definite increase in the quality of those resources over a period of time. But one thing I've always felt is that we just needed more video content to bring new developers into the space. So essentially what I've built is a video course for Udemy. And so the goal is to be able to bring as many new developers into the space on the back of an additional resource for learning, which is essentially this video course. Udemy is one of the largest platforms for online e-learning, and it is massive in developer communities. The top-selling Solidity course has had over 150,000 buys. That means there's a lot of developers have taken that course and then gone on to build in sort of like that ecosystem. And so if we can tap into even a small percentage of that number, it would be massive for the XRPL ecosystem. I want to bring people in that are not really they don't really know about the blockchain. They're Web2 people that are coming in looking for, how can I learn about blockchain? And I want the XRP ledger to be in that list of potential options that they can choose. So underneath that Solidity course, or preferably above it, I want there to be an XRPL course they can also have a look at. And so to do that, we have to get some buys on the course, and we have to get some 5-star ratings for it. So what I'm hoping is that people will recognize the potential value that this course could have in bringing new developers to the ecosystem, and just support it by buying it and rating it with 5 stars. And if we can get that number of buys high enough, and we can get a decent 5-star rating for the course, then we got a half chance of getting above the noise of all the other courses that are out there, getting the XRP ledger on that first page of courses for new developers coming in the ecosystem to look at. And if we could just onboard 100 new developers, proper real developers that were going to come and build real stuff, it would make a big difference to this ecosystem, and it may, would increase our developer pool quite significantly. And to bring on 100 developers, real developers, we're talking about like fractions of a fraction of 1% of the potential. If we were to just achieve 1% of what the top Solidity course has done, we would onboard 1,500 new developers to this ecosystem, which in my opinion would more than double the developer pool. So I think that it's an opportunity for us, and I really hope that I will get some support, and people watching this may be prepared to just buy it, support it, and most importantly, rate it 5 stars, even if you only watch a few bits of it. And just I will say, whilst it is a course aimed at developers, there are elements of content in there which just anybody from the community that's watching might find really interesting. There's a whole basic section on the XRP ledger, and there's a lot of good information that you don't need to be a developer to consume. And there's a couple of interviews in there which people will probably enjoy watching as well. So hopefully some of your viewers might be interested in supporting the initiative, and if they do, maybe we'll achieve our goal and onboard some new developers.